Alright, can you hear me? Yes, you can. Alright, hello everybody. Finally got it working today. We are here for practice and qualifying for the Bonita Springs Grand Prix. I have about 20 minutes here probably. Um, yeah. Yeah, so I guess we'll have probably 22 minutes here because I gotta keep studying for the A push exam Friday. There it is. But yeah, we've made some renovations, obviously, to the track. Made some changes, obviously, with the new cars. Hopefully, the draft and everything is working. Maybe we'll get a chance to test that out. I know right now it doesn't look too different. Still 5.346 miles. We didn't make any actual layout changes. All we did was we made the walls a little narrower. I made the garage area a little bit wider here. You can see pit road down there a little ways, so maybe. Or is that pit road? I don't know. Tap the wall, but that's why there's a speed reset right here. Yes, we fixed the plastic. It's now pavement. There's the new pit road. Obviously, the catch fence isn't going to destroy cars or anything like that anymore. For whatever reason, my roof flaps want to deploy. So I don't know what the issue is with that. But, yeah, other than that, still pretty normal. In case you can't tell, I'm having some sinus issues. So, because, of course, we cannot have big-time Argyle race without, me having sinus issues while having to broadcast, and I'm going to get stuck on the side of the curb. But yeah, this is the major change we made is we made the walls a lot closer. Obviously, with anti-wall ride, you're probably going to make a mistake at some point during the race. You're going to hit the wall. You're going to damage your car. So we'll see how it ends. We'll see what ends up happening. Part of this is a theory I want to try, but we'll see how true it is. Tonight, I guess, to go over the bridge here. I made the water a little bit. I made it a little bit longer of a river within graphic quality sight. You can see the new pit exit on the other side of the road there. Choose cone, obviously. We got, the restart zone over there, all sorts of stuff going on. But, yeah, overall, this is what we got. I've been looking forward to this for a few weeks now, and it's good to be here in the month of May, opening up May strong with with one of the crown jewel races of the sport, and it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. Setups are borderline the same as Mackinac for the Northern 500. That was about 5-6 weeks ago now, and there's some wall contact. You don't want to do that. There's some more. I mean, like I said, you're gonna hit a wall. You're gonna mess up at some point. It's inevitable. But yeah, this is hopefully gonna be a pretty good race. It's over. I mean, I remember 2024 had a bunch of big wrecks and a good finish. 2025 had a pretty good finish. Every race here, I'm pretty sure, has had a last lap pass, so, or at least a battle on the last lap. So, we'll see if that happens again. I mean, because technically, yeah, every kind of mile-an-hour damage, but technically, a last lap pass is considered somebody leads at the line and another person leads next time by, but you could actually pass somebody and it wouldn't technically register as a last lap pass. But yeah, not the greatest opening lap there. I guess it does. Yeah, when you leave the garage area, your lap does get counted. Yeah, that lap was never going to be the quickest, but see what we can do this lap. Do not know if anybody else is going to join for practice here. This is also qualifying, so I mean, I guess if not, we get our, I think, third pole in a row. I think, or did Dodge get pole? I think Dodge got pole last season. I think, I know I got pole in 2024. I don't remember who was on pole in 2025. I want to say it was Dodge. It was either me or Dodge would be my guess. But yeah, we're gonna around this end of the road course. I will say later this year on the ISROS schedule, we're gonna have the the Bonita Springs 500, which is, or well, yeah, 500, which is just the back straightaway here and the front straightaway connected on either end of the road here. So basically Martinsville style turns with just really long straightaways. So I think that's going to be a fun race. That's coming in August. But yeah, we'll see how everything ends up playing out. And yeah, right now the main focus is the road race here, so we'll focus on that. Kind of just waiting for somebody else to join potentially, but for now we're just gonna keep on cruising along and doing whatnot. Let me finish this lap, and then I might try to practice pit entry or something next time by. Oh, I might have overcooked the corner. No, we're good. Oh, come on, rotate. Yeah. There's contact with the wall. I'm offline for this. Yeah, never mind. Alright, we'll just practice this pit entry here in a second. Alright, here we go. Where's pit road? It's the garage area. First one's the garage area. Here we go. Here's pit road. Get down. Alright, 35 is what I set it to. 50 felt like we were going way too fast, and 35 honestly feels like we're going kind of slow, but now you can hold it wide open through the U-turn there, so I'm fine with it. Come to a complete stop. There we go. And alright, now pit road we go. So obviously this lap and the next one probably won't be the greatest, but or last time buying them, this one won't be the fastest lap you've ever seen around here, but it's fine. Hoping somebody else joins so I can at least get an idea of if the draft is working. If not, we might do a quick test pre-race so that way I can fix it. But yeah, for now it looks like we are on pace for pole. A little wide, get stuck on the curb, and that just destroyed the car. All the damage we just got repaired. Let's get that right back. Yep, there's that mile-an-hour damage. It's a roof flap. Still just flickering back and forth, on and off. I don't know what that's all about, but the roof flap is ready to deploy. Maybe we can try to fix that in not practice. In the garage areas, we get more damage again, because why not? Yeah, no, I mean, this race is going to borderline be about keeping your car clean. I mean, it's a street course. Obviously, it's going to be, narrow, and you got to keep your car clean and all that. But it's, I don't know. I'm going to be interested to see how this works. 'Cause like I said, my theory is if the walls are closer, because you hit the brakes when you're about to hit the wall. That's kind of the logic, obviously. So if the driver sees the wall, like, right in front of them, they might be on the brakes earlier and actually make the corner. That's kind of my theory here that we're going to be trying this year, but we'll see. We'll see if that actually is the case. Keep it out of that wall. Obviously, you want to try to keep your speed for the long run. Is there any other important notes? Tire wear might be a pretty big deal here, honestly. Just with the length of the lap, the tires are going to be wearing out quite a bit with all the turning and whatnot. So here's our first good lap we're probably going to be able to test here. Going a little bit better through 3 there, but here we go, down to 4. Decent cornering. Use the curbs for 5 and 6. Into 7 and 8. And that sets you up for turn 9. Get the good exit here. Sail it down into turn 10. You want to try to get to this opening here so you can run a little bit wide. You know, with the wall going back out for the turn lane there, you can kind of go wide, use that to, you know, keep some more momentum. Opens up the corner a little bit down the back straight, away we go, past the juice cone, and yeah, we rock it on down to turn 11. Get on the braking zone here. There's 11 into 12, 13 and 14. 3 short, tight, narrow corners back to back to back. And the 15, 16. That's really just 15. And there's 16 into 17 as we kind of stalling out a little bit there. On the brakes into 18. There's turn 19. Corner kind of keeps going down to the hairpin, turn 20. Back onto the gas for the S's. This is 21 into 22, so 23 corners, I think. I don't know. I gotta go back and make sure I counted that right. There we go. All right. That should be a pretty decent lap. Obviously, there's room for improvement somewhere, I'm sure, but overall, I think that was a pretty good little lap right there. Oh yeah, 2:23.7. That's, I mean, could be better, could be worse. Over the river we go. Back onto the binders, enter 3 here. Yeah, you want to try to get up on the curb with the tires if you can, but you don't want to go over the curb. Obviously, if you do that, you're gonna be wrecking. I thought I was gonna hit that wall right there. Now I'm stuck on the curb. Got the brakes for 9, kind of going wide there, but that's okay. Down the long back straightaway here. Not as long as the front straightaway, but still a long stretch of road. You can just hold it wide open. Back onto the brakes, keeps the car rotating here. And yeah, I mean, it's not really like a rhythm racetrack, but you want to, you know, make sure you're getting the corners good. You know, kind of you're getting a little bit of a rhythm, just with, okay, you know, like at this point in the lap, we're gonna be doing kind of this. You know, it's like we got heavy braking zone, and then we're gonna, you know, be on the gas for a little bit. So yeah, it's not so much of a rhythm racetrack as it's like, you know, you're in a rhythm of, you know, on the gas, on the brakes, but it's you know, you do get in a little bit of a groove. You know, you know, as the race goes on, get your system going with you know, how each corner is gonna work. We did not improve that lap. Okay. I give him more damage at some point when I wasn't paying attention. Maybe. It's not the best for turn 4 right there. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Oh, there we go. Not that much. Okay, I'll work, I guess. Get cornering back onto the brakes, onto the curb. Use the turn lane as much as we can. Back onto the gas, over the river. Keep it going. Here's the billboards we put up. And yeah, I mean, it's starting to look good for a pole position here. Try getting a more aggressive exit to that corner. Not really good setup for this corner though, so I might lose time. It's not that long of a straightaway though, so maybe it doesn't matter as much as I'm thinking it will. That will matter, as that was a horrendous exit or entrance to that corner, and we threw it into the wall, so that's not good. Combination of errors right there. That is not what you want to see. But yeah, back onto the gas. Yep, there's the anti-wall ride kicking in. I made the anti-wall ride pretty strong on some of the parts here, so yeah. I think it slows you down for like 2 or 3 seconds, so it's not, terrible. Well, it's pretty bad, but it is made to make the track more difficult, because I know last year Dodge was kind of just full sending the final corners and they almost won the race because of it. So trying to make sure things like that don't happen. We're down to 195. I might try pitting one more time and then we might get one more lap to maybe improve, but yeah, it's looking like we're gonna be on pole here if things continue this way. Obviously nobody else showing up helps, but it's always great to get the track position early. We probably won't be leading into turn 3 though if we're on pole, if the draft is going to work the way I think it is, so I don't think it's going to matter too much. I mean, unless we get a chance to get draft back on the guy, then we might have a chance, but I think overall, just with the length of the straightaways, how useful the draft is, it's not really going to matter where you're starting for the first little bit until we get some pit cycles in. Back onto the binders down into turn 11. Maybe I'll take some sinus medicine or something, try to clear up everything. But yeah. I locked it up. Might have locked it up. Nope, we're good. Right on the edge of the track there. Before it cuts off into the grass. Back onto the brakes. Just keep doing what we're doing. We should be good to get pole. Obviously, I don't think we're going to improve on that lap. Well, we are going to be pitting this time by. Honestly, we might not get a chance to improve at this point if we are going to pit, so maybe we do stay out. I mean, even then, if somebody joins at this point, they're going to have one chance, so maybe two. Maybe, yeah, we'll pit. Maybe we do. There's a small chance we get one more. We'll see. Next year, I want to try to get a script for, like, if it tells you if you're speeding on pit road or not, and then you can get a penalty. And then with the fuel, it, like, for however long you're stopped there, you get your fuel. If we can get that next year, that'd be amazing. Alright, yeah, no, we should be able to get back around and get one more in. Pretty easily, actually. I thought that was, thought we were in trouble there, but nope, we're going to be able to easily get back around. Now, oh geez, even that 5 miles an hour feels like we're flying now compared to earlier. So yeah, no, this is definitely going to be a huge advantage here to have your full speed. Obviously, in the draft, it probably won't matter. Because what ends up happening is even if you do get away in the road course part of the track, assuming nobody's like full sending it into the car in front, you know, even if you do get away in the road course part, I should say, you know, they can catch right back up with the straightaways. So, yeah, I think, you know, track position, obviously track position is always important on a street course. Not as much here with the straightaways. However, it's going to be more important than usual still, I believe, just because, you know, if you get caught in somebody else's mess when you're behind the leader in the road course part, or like the other part of the road course part, or like let's say you mess up and put a guy in the wall, they're going to try to get back to you, and then you're just messing around with each other, and then you're going to lose, you know, the ability to even keep up with the leader who already, you know, might be running away. So track position definitely still important as I throw into the wall, because why not? Yeah, my own theory is not working on me, so that's probably not a good sign. Now it just made the track narrower. It made the drivers more angry, but potentially, but we'll see. And yes, let's throw into the wall again, because why not? You think we're gonna get a faster lap? Actually, at this point, nobody is gonna be able to. Well, no, because when you leave the garage, yeah, never mind. Forgot when you leave the garage area, you still have a chance to get there. So no, somebody definitely could still join, and you know they'll have a chance. Oh no. Okay, I got an idea since I'm the only one here. I'm the only one that knows about this. I'm actually gonna drive through the garage area since I have time. I don't have time to pit again, but I'm gonna go down the garage area here. Hopefully I have time to get back around to the line. I don't see why I wouldn't. Go, get on the gas. We gotta get up to full speed here by the line, ideally. There we go. Alright, we have a chance here. I'm not telling them that there's a speed fix there, so yeah, if they figure it out, then that, you know, then I'll probably allow that. That'd be pretty crazy if they figure that out. But yeah, so we got one more attempt to beat our time, but we are going to be the pole sitter no matter what. Here for the third annual Bonita Springs Grand Prix, where we are trying to be the first driver to win 3 races in a row. And yeah, we're not improving now. Yeah, I'll probably just call it there. I gotta get back to studying. So that's gonna do it for this race, guys. If you want to see more, leave a like, subscribe, do all that stuff. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.